Bedford Avenue. Transfer available to $40. This stop is Church Avenue and Bedford Avenue.
License plate GHK 64. Thank you. Have a good day. Appreciate it. Excuse me.
Why? No, there's no entry, guys. You have to stand here.
You okay? All right. Welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeting Experience, Target Individual Programming. So, like I said, as I prove all the time, the coercive psychological manipulation, right? The brainwashing, the covert warfare, covert psychological warfare, and their false narratives. Why the false narrative? So that they can get away with microchipping victims of their crimes and not be held accountable or responsible. Also, the use of the churches. As the bus was driving on that block right there, they got a church over there. They had a Negropean standing there looking at the bus and then turning. He literally turned to look at the church, right? Just to tell you, Negropeans, dumb as shit. And I keep saying that, the dumbass Negropeans. All right. So for my targeting, based off of their false narrative, but the truth is that they're targeting my family, particularly the men in my family, because of our DNA, family history. They understand that your family is important, right? Look, another white people. And they will engage in setting us up without us even knowing, right? Talk about Malcolm X's grandson, right? How they set him up using another white vehicle. So-called friend of his, take him to Mexico, get into a fight, and he gets killed, right? The friend didn't help him at all, right? When I realized that big part of my targeting was because of family bloodline, right? Relationship to Malcolm X's mother. Then I remember about watching a documentary called The Hip Hop Police with New York Predator Department, right? Have a secret police unit, which they did also during the 60s, and they continue to have these secret police units. So in the 60s, they had what the boss, and they were conspirators in the assassination of Malcolm X, along with the FBI. So the documentary I talk about is the Hip Hop Police documentary, and you guys can find it online, right? When they said these people, they were like, the police had an extensive dossier on these rappers, going all the way to their fifth and sixth cousins, right? So why would they do that? Why would they trace the bloodline of these rappers all the way back and expand that dossier all the way to the fifth and sixth cousins? Why? See, these are questions that people don't think about. They don't question. Why? All right? And again, a lot of these rappers in the 80s and 90s not realizing that there was a covert war that was taking place. Not only because the government waged war on the black community in the late 70s, 80s with crack cocaine, right? But also attacking these rappers using honey traps, groupies, and so forth, right? So they understand, because again, it's the compromise you and I. It's the compromise now that is so wide where almost everybody within the society is compromised. And when you look and you see what's happening, the attack on knowledge, right? It is because those at the very top don't want you to have knowledge anymore. They want to be the rulers. They want to keep you down, right? Because of AI, because of robotics. So they do not want anybody with knowledge who will create companies to employ people, right? They want to be the one to select who to elevate within the society and bring them under their control as part of their sadistic dark triad personality trait. They will condition them. Make no mistakes about it. They will condition them, right? Because when you look at some of these individuals, let's look at what's his name? The founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. When you read about his story, how he started out, as a bookstore, right? You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he is now one of the richest person on this planet, okay? And yet, when it comes to any sort of social responsibility in terms of, their employees and stuff like that, they throw their employees under the bus, right? They abuse and use their employees, right? They don't pay them a living wage. Come on, nobody should ever be a billionaire. And I have to say this, no one should ever be a billionaire. I don't care where you are. You should never be a billionaire. All right? Which is, I think it's crazy. I think it's ridiculous. But this is what they do. This is why there's mass welfare and financial inequality, right? Mass health inequality. You guys got to look at the system for what it is, man. Stop believing in this bullshit. Stop believing in this, if you work hard, you can make it. It's bullshit. They select you, right? The people who are ruling this nation and other nations, they know what it is that they're doing. They know exactly what it is that they're doing. It is the vast majority of us who have no understanding of what is being done, right? Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.